Hi, my name's Barry Crampton. Today I'm going to show you around our Range Rover Sport. Normal services resumed, and then I'll take you for a ride in it. But first I'll tell you a little bit more about it. It's a 3-litre SD V6 HSE automatic. It's 4-wheel drive, 2016 on a 16 plate, has done 67,226 miles. Fuel economy, tremendous for this size of car really. Urban 35.8 miles per gallon, extra-urban 44.1 miles per gallon. Combined is 40.4 miles per gallon. Has a 0 to 60 time of 6.8 seconds, a top speed of 130 miles per hour, out of a 302 brake horsepower, 6-cylinder, 24-valve engine. Best car on the road. That's all I need to tell you. No, it's fantastic cars. Honestly, I just love them. They are, in my opinion, the best car on the road, without a shadow of a doubt. Remote central locking. It's also got keyless entry. You come back to the car's locked, put your hand behind there and it'll open. It's keyless locking, but I don't know, it won't. I've got gloves on so it won't work, but all you do is just touch the handle there, car locks, door mirrors fold in. Easy to get in and out of. It's got access height, so automatic, it's set on automatic at the moment. You switch the car off, car sinks down, makes it easier to get out and get back in. You set off, car goes up again. Has the gloss black multi-spoke alloys, the silver side vents, matching bonnet vents, high pressure headlamp wash, the front parking sensors, the silver kind of entry angle protector, rear privacy glass, the black window surrounds, the black window trims, rear spoiler. Just here we've got the reversing camera, little button there to open the boot, but it's remote boot opening as well. That's the remote boot close. Roller blind rear load cover. That's nice and handy and easy to use. Plenty of room in the back. Nice flat load area too. We've got a power socket. I can't remember whether we've got. Yep, looks like a full-size spare wheel there, and a removable tow bar. So plastic panel comes off at the back, removable tow bar on and locked with a key. There we go, there's the power closed boot, twin exhaust. I'm going to take my jacket off before I get in here, otherwise you'll never see me. Just put the seat forward a bit, not because there wasn't really enough room, but so I just put my heels on the mat and I don't get them too dirty. Lovely in the back. It's a cream interior, cream headlining. It's not got a pan roof. You seem to have a little bit more headroom to start off with. With it being a light interior as well, it's not too claustrophobic. So the pan roof delete, I don't suppose matters too much. We've got airbags in the A pillar, the B pillar, the C pillar, the D pillar. Really safe car to be in and to be a passenger in. There's heated rear seats. Those are on the outside, not the centre. In all honesty, it's not really built. You can get 5 people in, but the person who sits in the middle gets the awkward bit. Not sculptured like the outside ones and perforated, and not heated either. So rear centre armrest, cup holders, child seat or Isofix rear child seat, anchor points, the heavy duty thick rubber mats in the back here. And as I say, it's a lovely car to be a passenger in, to be chauffeured around. They're just so comfortable. You don't feel like you're moving. You feel safe. You can see everything. Even the passengers, I hate being a passenger, and if I am a passenger, I like to be able to see what's going on, and you can in this. You feel like you're sat a little bit higher than the driver, so you can see over the driver's shoulder, and there's just good all-round visibility, and it's nice, light and airy. As you can tell, I love Range Rovers. Right, let's get the heating on and go for a ride. Just managed to finish the video in time. It's started raining, so into the car, foot on the brake, click the start button. We've got this camera stopped recording already. 10 seconds in. It can't have overheated by now, I'm afraid. It's freezing. Anyway, so into the car, we've got 3-position electric memory seats. I haven't set the position 1 yet, or have I? Yes, I have set the position 1. There you go, position 2, you'll see the mirrors changing, the steering wheel changing, the seat changing. So it's as easy as that when you get in it. At this moment in time, the car is on access height. I've just got out of it, started it up, and it won't go up again until I'm moving. But we'll just go back to position 1 again. Everything, all the mirrors move to where you want them. Dead easy to set. I don't think, actually, I don't think that's an ideal position for me. So the electric controls are on the side there. That's about it there. Just move the mirrors slightly. So see the door handles and the back. There we go. The steering wheel down a bit, and then click the M and 1. It's bonged, and that's it. We're away. Absolutely beautiful cars. I always use one of these, except for the last few weeks when we've got an F-Type in, a Jaguar F-Type, which I also love. The shape, I just think they're absolutely beautiful. Beautiful to drive as well. They sound fantastic. But there's something about getting back in a Range Rover, and it's just comfortable. It's like home. It's an old pair of Levi's. Although, having said that, I've been wearing Levi's for 50 years, and they sent me an email a few weeks ago on the new range. And you couldn't tell whether the models were male or female. You just really couldn't. I just didn't know. So then I saw Yellowstone and all the cowboys wearing Wranglers, and I thought, that's it, Wranglers for me. So perhaps it's like a pair of old Wranglers. They're effortless to drive. I mean, I would never buy a car that drives itself, a Tesla. I would never be a passenger in a car that was driving itself. But this feels like it almost drives itself, and you have to do the smallest of adjustments to it to just keep it where you want it. Dead smooth, you can't feel the road, it's silent. I love the engine noise on the F-Type. A little button there makes it even louder. First thing I do when I get it, well, second thing I do, the first thing I do is knock the stop-start off. The second thing I do is press the button for the exhaust note. But when you're in one of these, it doesn't matter where you are. Here's ideal, but it doesn't matter. It's just wherever you go. I looked at the weather forecast for this place last night, and it was thunder and lightning, but there's a little patch from 8 till 10. It said where it wasn't going to rain. It's 10 past 9 now in the morning, and I've been here for a couple of hours, and it's raining now. But you know, the thunder and lightning on roads like this, it floods up here very, very quickly. And you know, if I had been coming in the F-type, for instance, I'd have thought, oh no, you know, I'll wait till it's a nicer day. And this, you just don't think twice about. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you encounter. It will go through it, over it, under it, on its side. And, you know, you can carry any amount of equipment. It's so nice. So, a bit about the car. So, you know, we've gone through the electric memory seats, power folding door mirrors. They fold in when you lock the car. It's got keyless start, keyless lock, keyless entry. Access height, we've now gone up. You can change the suspension, put it up. If you're going over obstacles or off-road, you can put the air suspension up. There's the terrain response controls here. Swamp, minefield, Christmas, Mexico settings there. It's electric handbrake. You never use the handbrake really with it being automatic, just stick it in park. But it's got hill descent, and they're just plodding up here. The torque it takes to get this 2-ton plus vehicle up that hill, and it's just no problem. Nice clear displays. All the instruments are easy to use. We've got heated seats there. Press it back, you've got temperature, and you see there set 23. We've got heated front screen, worth its weight in gold. Heated rear screen. Everybody's got one of those. The sat nav, nice and easy to use. When you've got to your destination, or you get near enough to your destination, I'm always getting in cars when they've come in part exchange, and it's still telling you, like, you turn away from the garage and they've obviously set it to the garage, and it says make a U-turn, make a U-turn, and the previous owner has found his way to the garage using the sat nav and not switched it off. That's because they're so flaming difficult sometimes. You have to go into different menus to turn it off. All you have to do with this, when we get around this corner, all you have to do with this is click the home button, which I missed. Click the home button, and then it'll say cancel destination here, and that's it. You just knock it off. Same with the audio, and it's we'll switch the audio on. So Taylor Swift there. Bluetooth audio streaming, Bluetooth hands-free. Cruise control is super easy. Going along the road, you click set. That's it. No switching it on, clicking the minus button, then clicking the plus button to get to your speed. Set, that's it. We've got, there you go, command shift selected. So we can change down like that, sorry, we can change up like that, and down like so, pushing it forward, as if it's a manual. The Range Rover gearbox is so good that you will never want to do that, trust me. Put it in drive, leave it there, If you did want to change gear, you got paddle shift. Just knock it down on the left like that and up on the right. Like I said, I think this will be set. They've set this so it only works in sport. So, menu, driving features, instrument display. We'll try driving features. Show warnings, gearbox paddles. So we knock this down onto gearbox paddles, then knock it right to select it, and there you go. It's active in sport only. So we want it active in drive and sport. Knock it down, click the menu, that's okay, and then we'll knock it back and come out. And now, there you go, I can change down and up with the paddles in any gear. Going over these, you don't feel it. You go over in a saloon car and it's a bone shaker. They just really are the best car on the road, in my opinion. And if you don't think they are, you're wrong. I'm sorry, but you are. It's just the best of British. The power in this thing, again, low down to walk. I go home and come to work across a roundabout, and there's a kind of a country lane which crosses a roundabout, and the traffic coming from the right is on a dual carriageway, so they're often doing 70. Very rarely do they slow down to enter the roundabout. So you're here, and why road designers design it so the last bit on a roundabout is a bend, so you can't see what's coming really from the right. So you can't see them. They're approaching at 60, 70 miles an hour. You can't see them. So you've got to make the decision whether to go or not. Anyway, the other day I was coming home in the F-Type, and all of a sudden, car going faster than 70, coming onto the roundabout. They can see that way, but not left. And I had already committed to go, so I put my foot down in the F-Type, rear wheel drive, and lit the back tyres up, and the traction control came in. But you get the feeling with this car that if you did that in a Range Rover, it would just spew the tarmac out the back. You know, it wouldn't spin the tyres, it would just shoot the tarmac away. They're just honestly, I get in this car, and as much as I love the F-Type, this car there, funnily enough, coming to that corner, there's a car coming the other way which I couldn't see coming, and there's a pothole right on my side of the road, right where your wheel would be. In a normal car, that would jar you to death as well. And in this, I slowed down because I was going to go over the other side of the road, but there's a car coming, I couldn't, so I had to go through the pothole. Did you notice it? No. Tell you. Yeah, okay, Buzz, we get it. They're unbelievably good. They're just, the weight, you know, the suspension is just right. The weight of the car, it takes everything in its stride. Fuel economy. Which do you think's more economical, this or a Tesla? Well, if you take economy as being whole life running costs, for the last 3 months, 4 months, a Tesla has depreciated by enough to buy 2,000 gallons of fuel. Now, 2,000 gallons of fuel at 40 miles to the gallon is 80,000 miles. So you could do, I'm not saying you, well, let's say we could do 60,000 or even 50,000. So we could do 50,000 miles in this with the amount of money we'd saved by not having a Tesla. It just don't, you know, it's just very difficult to get your head round economics. And I know which I'd rather have, and I know even Range Rovers are going with all the silly iPads and stuff. They shouldn't be in cars. Those sorts of things. This was just, I loved the previous shape Range Rover, the square, the big square, what I would call, and probably get in trouble for these days, the manly version of the Range Rover. This is more like, probably this is, if this was a model, it'd have Levi's on in that last email I got. It's quite rounded, quite lovely. You know, I'm not knocking it. It's a lovely looking vehicle, and it drives better than the old Range Rover, which is amazing. It's more economical than the old Range Rover, and really speaking, it you know, it is affordable. Going back to the Tesla situation, not just Teslas, EVs in general at the moment. Nissan Leaf, it lost 12.4% of its value in 1 month last month. The VW e-Golf, same. Renault Zoe, same thing. I could buy any amount of those vehicles. I think we went to, John went, when I say we went to London to get this, it's the royal we. I sat in the office drinking coffee, and John got up at 5 o'clock in the morning and got a train, a Subway, and not a Subway sandwich, the one in London, and got back at 7 or 8 o'clock at night. But what a beautiful car. There is an engine management light which we knew about. It'll be something and nothing. We'll sort that out. Just you know, as I say, it's just 2 tons, and you just don't have to do anything. Rear seats fold down, give you even more room. Just trying to think what else. Oh, right. So let's see. We'll just get over here. So this display, eco data. Click that on, as if you want to know. Impact on fuel. That's telling you which bits of your car is using the most fuel. Your driving style. Look at that. That's my driving style. Now it's out of 5. Braking 5, speed and engine 4.6, accelerator 4.9. I'm lost for words. I feel at one with this vehicle. When I go home at night, when I go in the F-Type, I'm like angry and driving, revving and shooting off. I go home in this. Last night, I come home in this, and they're doing roadworks where I live, and you couldn't get through this traffic lights because they were all queuing up at that traffic light, and everybody from that side was going through the lights anyway, so I couldn't move. And when I did get through, I had this long, it was probably about 15 minutes wait to get to the traffic lights. I had my audio book on, had my heated seat on, I'm sat in my armchair, and I thought, well, if there was a 15-minute wait here, I'd be sat in my armchair at home, listening to my audio book. Everything's good with the world. No problem. If I'd have been in the Jag, and I'd been revving it up and making a nuisance of myself and scowling at everybody. What great cars. You just get you. I suppose it's like if you're a good horse rider, and you move with the horse or perfectly in sync, even though you're going in opposite directions. Really, it's like that with this. Your whole body becomes less rigid, more relaxed, and you just sway with it. You just go with the flow. Beautiful car, lovely colour combination, nice dark colour on the outside, which I like, and I like the light interiors in this. Great car. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.